Hi, this is Thresden, and this is part 28 of an Elder Scrolls Online Gold Road walkthrough. In the previous episode, we finished what I thought was the last scribing quest, but it turns out that once you do all the others, you unlock one final quest that the crow gives you. So you can see there's a quest marker right there. Actually, when I logged in, the crow started talking and said, "Here is my last task for you," or something like that. So in this episode, we're gonna do this, at least part of this final quest.
You perch atop a mountain of accomplishments. An interloper no longer. You've unlocked the wings of the Netch, the Dragon, the Griffin, and the Indrik. Now, only a final door remains.
The unmarked door. Is it open now?
It is, and beyond lies your final trial to restore the Scalarium. Your proctor for this test shall be me. As you may have already guessed, I am the last luminary who might lend their power to the scribing altar.
The final wing is your wing?
The wing of the crow. When we first met, I said that it was up to the luminaries if you would be Ulfsild's inheritor. Now, you face a test unlike any you have seen before. There is an echo of Ulfsild nearby. Listen to it, and then we fly.
Let's get started. Alright, here's the echo of Ulfsild. Let's see what she says.
If you are seeing this, the crow has set you on the path to learn the art of scribing. A world of magic awaits you.
I'm listening.
I've left behind another sort of guide. The True Sight Lens. Seek it out in the East Wing. The lens and the fables are signposts to seek the luminaries. And they will teach you far more than I ever could. I wish my time as the Scholarium had ended differently. Nothing would stop my husband from making his mad bargain. But through you, the art of scribing will live on.
Okay, let's go see. Look at all these books on the development of Banner Bearer. 2. Grivier Adrad, Second Secretary to Archmagister Emeritus Vanus Galarian. From Irnard Rearnil, Adept. Regarding development of the Banner Bearer Grimoire. As outlined in my previous correspondence, I included in this week's dispatch a rigorous discussion of the first new grimoire developed since the discovery of the Scalarium. Under the able stewardship of Votary Nalia, scholars have been flocking to this ancient library to learn the secrets of scribing and the metamagical theorems that underpin Ulfsild's work. I'm overjoyed to say that the first arcane experimentation into these theories has bore incredible fruit. The scholar in question is a veteran of the Three Banners Warfront in Cyrodiil, one battle mage Ve'erish, used to the onslaught of attacks and overwhelming odds faced by soldiers in a keep scrum. Their addition to the canon of scribing is a defensive mystic aura, channeled through a mystically summonable banner, and titled, of course, Banner Bearer. This grimoire is an adroit application of Ulfsild's technique. Nalia tells me that with this breakthrough, she hopes to see other novel applications make their way out of the inner sanctums of mages across the continent. That, of course, remains to be seen. But until then, I cataloged a detailed breakdown of how this advancement was achieved. We start, as we do with all assessments of the spell schema, with the question, what is a spell? Okay. Nalia's journal, too. Thank Ifri for Lauren. I'm not sure I'd be alive right now if it wasn't for him. Oh wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. I should start from the beginning, or this won't make sense later. I never was one for documentation, but this is important. After we arrived at the ruins, things were quiet for a bit. The site's located in a picturesque part of Colovia, not generally considered dangerous. Votary Lauren and I took turns patrolling the perimeter. But it felt like overkill. The adepts were near a set of ancient doors that led into the ruins, comparing the etched runes on the doors to their own notes and writing things down. I was about to suggest to the Lauren that we take a break when one of the adepts screamed. I don't know how or why, but they opened the doors. That wasn't part of the plan. But even then, it wouldn't have been a problem, except for the angry tribe of goblins spilling out from inside the ruins. Ifri's beard. I've never seen such a seething horde before. I guess I'd be angry too if a group of strangers suddenly barged into my home. The adepts quickly began flinging spells to defend themselves, clutching their notes close to their chests as they retreated. The Lauren was quicker than a wolf on the hunt, throwing himself between the adepts and the goblins, his sword flashing as he moved. Before I realized it, I was next to him in the throng. Votary training must have really sunk in, since my body responded before my mind could catch up. We fought like that for a while, Lauren and I seamlessly covering each other as we created a buffer zone between the goblins and the adepts. Thankfully, there weren't too many of them, and they seemed to be moving back into the ruins somewhat. I turned to check that all the adepts were safely out of the fray. With my attention elsewhere, one enterprising goblin took the opportunity to catch me by the ankles and knock me to the ground. Rule number 1 of votary training is to keep your feet on the battlefield. I was done for. Taken out on my first assignment by a blighted goblin, no less. That was when I realized I'd been down long enough to have all these thoughts, and I hadn't died yet. Then I saw the Lauren, his face screwed up in concentration, as he held back the pack of goblins single-handedly. His face was bruised and bloodied. He was letting them land blows on himself to protect me on the ground. The sight was enough to jolt me to action. I jumped to my feet, sword at the ready, but as I rose, something felt different. There was a twinge in my gut, a tinkling at my fingertips. I'd felt it before, though rarely in the classrooms of the Mages Guild. It was magic, flowing through me and demanding to be released. I didn't resist it. My hands extended and I channeled the energy outward, into the one magical element I'd ever been good at, a portal. The other adepts didn't hesitate. The goblins weren't backing down, so it was clear their research was over for now. They plunged into the portal that I knew would take them home. Lauren was still fighting, his breath coming in gasps now. I called out to him, and his eyebrows rose in surprise at the portal I'd summoned, but he understood. With a quick nod in my direction, he broke from the skirmish and threw himself headfirst into the portal. I followed right behind him, turning off that magical channel as I passed through. The last thing I heard was the infuriated cries of the goblins as their quarry slipped beyond their reach. I haven't decided how to tell my parents about this first assignment. They'll be proud that I served the guild well and protected the adepts, but I know they wish I was the one being protected, not the protector. Still, it was incredible. Lauren thanked me for the quick exit, and even the mages seemed impressed by my skill with portals. That's it. That's the end of the book. I'm right-clicking, nothing's happening. Good books. So where do we go now? Looks like we need to go up top. That's not what I expected. No, I've got the wrong quest selected. He said the East Wing. Wait, looks like there's another quest marker in here. Echo of the final trial.
Congratulations. You've accomplished incredible things. Through you, my work finally lives on. Gather any allies you choose. We will see if the Crow deems you worthy. If you are the inheritor of the Scholarium. See you on the other side.
It's time for your final trial. The last door? Did I hear the crow say she's a luminary? I thought she was Ulfsild's familiar. I suppose she could be both. Wait, hold on, congratulations! You're heading into your final trial!
Ulfsild said I could gather any allies I want for this trial. Do you want to join me?
I guess that makes sense, since the portal to get here was keyed to 2 people. And after all, it's my duty as a Knight of the Lamp to follow you into the unknown, to protect you from the dangers therein.
So you're with me?
You're damned right I'll see this through to the end with you. I wouldn't have it any other way. I can't wait to see what the Votary Commander and Guildmaster Galarian make of all this.
Alright, let's get in there then. Oh, I can go straight in. Great. We don't have to go to some zone and search around to find pieces of keys or anything like that.
This must be the crow's domain. Incredible! Maybe those echoes can tell us more.
Any attempt to save the Scholarium would only provoke Sheogorath. As far as I know, the Daedric princes know nothing of the luminaries. I have to seal this place away, so it feels like locking away part of my heart and soul. I suppose in some ways, it is. My inheritor could come from anywhere, from a distant era. A brighter time, I dare to hope. I trust the luminaries. They will ensure the right person steps into the role.
Alright, I'm the right person. Let me be the role.
This ritual has taken everything I had, and more. It worked, I think, and I will leave part of myself behind. Will it be enough for those that come after? Will anyone follow in my footsteps? I refuse to believe all this work was for nothing.
These echoes must be from Ulfsild's final days here. They're so personal. And unfortunately, none are quite as instructive as the ones she left in the Scholarium.
If this is part of the trial, what do you think they're trying to tell us?
So far, they're just reinforcing what we already knew. Ulfsild sealed away the Scholarium to protect it from Sheogorath. Kind of lovely, actually, the way she said it was for the luminaries. And there was that bit about a ritual. Did you catch that?
Do you know what ritual she was talking about?
Maybe it was the sealing ritual, something she left behind to protect the Scholarium. She described it as a piece of herself? Wait, the echoes, look! What are they pointing at?
Looks like this thing, Fable of the Crow. The crow was fond of talking and traveling and shiny things. Only one in the woods answered her call and matched her wits. He was the raven, handsome and solitary and wise from his many years. Before too long, they were birds of a feather, building a grand nest together. All the magic of the forest was theirs. The crow collected shinies, gifts from her friends in the woods. At first, the raven had many questions. I can see the worth in these gifts of power, but what of these gifts of mystery? They reward my curiosity, answered the crow. And these gifts of loyalty? They were given to protect me. They strengthen our friendship, Crow explained. It is an awful lot of unexpected charity, the raven observed. My friends are compassionate. It is good to share things. Like our nest, there's plenty of room for us and more. Though the raven quickly lost interest in these curios, he saw they made the crow happy and made no complaint when she stashed these gifts beneath their grand nest. One day, the raven told the crow he was thinking of bartering their nest. The crow was distraught. What could her raven have possibly considered trading their nest for? And to whom? He told her a stranger offered to trade it to him for a star. His eyes glittered with a longing she had never seen before. The raven spoke of what wondrous things he could do with such a shiny gift. Had something changed in him? Or had he always been this way? The crow couldn't say, nor could she stop him. Once the raven's bargain was in motion, there was no going back. The raven knew he had done wrong. He offered to help the crow move what he could of her cache beneath the nest, but the crow refused. If they were incomplete, if they were seen, if any of the gifts from her friends fell in the hands of the stranger, it could spell disaster. So the crow chose to leave her treasures hidden and under secret guard. She plucked her own feathers, practically enough to make another crow, and without fully realizing how she'd done it, Feather Crow was born in her image, a being not unlike her friends of the forest. Crow told the Feather Crow to hide herself among the dark leaves and guard her gifts. Crow could not promise her return. She would leave this place. Her feathers would grow back. She would build a new nest. From that nest would come fledglings fed on the tails of Crow's grand treasure, the gifts given by her friends of the forest. Where others saw dark leaves, the fledglings would recognize their mother's feathers. But Feather Crow came from Crow. For all their talk of adding others to their nest, Feather Crow knew it remained barren. Then let the fledglings come from anywhere, the crow decreed, so long as they have the strength to make a vow to embody the virtues of my friends in the forest. Their gifts and magic will be shared with them in return.
Maybe there's something with the echoes in that book. See if they have anything more to say.
I don't know. I really would like to just figure out the puzzle and not talk to the echoes, but okay.
Kindness is like the first snow of winter. Get enough of it all at once, and soon it starts to stick. When I pass from this world, I'll never look back and wish I'd been less charitable. Will you vow the same?
I will take a vow.
Speak your vow of charity.
I vow to protect others to the end of my days.
Your vow has been sworn.
Maybe you have to do them in a particular order?
Relationships do not lose their verse when they end. You can carry someone with you in other ways. But while it lasts, there's such joy in loyalty to one's friends. How will you vow to respect them?
I will take a vow.
Speak your vow of loyalty.
I vow to protect those I care about. Did I already say that last time?
Your vow has been sworn.
Yeah, it looks like maybe you have to do them in a particular order. I'm probably going to get this wrong.
What lies always ahead of you, so you will never see it. What is always coming, but never arrives. Existence itself is a mystery. An unmapped territory spread out before you. Will you take a vow to explore it?
I will take a vow.
Speak your vow of mystery.
I vow to be curious about what lies ahead.
Your vow has been sworn. You have potential, but you do not understand yet.
Okay, I failed. I figured I would
Something
fail.
supposed to happen? Try looking at the fable again.
I will.
Maybe there's a connection between the memory's name and a vow.
So, mystery, curiosity, loyalty, protect, charity, compassionate. So, mystery, curiosity, loyalty, protect, charity, compassionate. I think these are pairs. Mystery, curiosity, loyalty, protect, charity, compassionate.
Kindness is like the first snow of winter. Get enough of it all at once, and soon it starts to stick. When I pass from this world, I'll never look back and wish I'd been...
Alright, so this is charity. Charity is compassionate. So...
Kindness is like the... Speak your vow of charity.
I vow to be compassionate to others to the end of my days.
Your vow has been sworn.
Here's
What
mystery.
lies always ahead of you, so you will speak your vow of mystery.
I vow to be curious about what lies ahead.
Your vow has been sworn.
So it looks like maybe you not only have to get them right, but you also have to do them in the right order.
Relationships do not lose their worth. Speak your vow of loyalty.
I vow to protect those I care about.
Your vow has been sworn. You understand. And you are ready to
I got
take
it
the
right.
next step.
Our way forward. Now, the real work begins.
Labyrinthian.
Welcome to the Labyrinthian, or at least my version of this ancient maze. Welcome to my roost, to the wing of the crow. I am a luminary just like the others, though I'm the youngest of our number by far. Right now, my fable lacks a fitting end. I hope that you and Nalia can change that.
Why didn't you tell us that you're a luminary of magic?
Pin feathers, mortal. When we first met, I didn't know your quality. I spent many years in solitude, guarding and hoping to guide. Now, here we are. You, a worthy inheritor to Ulfsild's legacy. Me, the proctor in your trial. Are you ready to begin?
I'm ready. What do I do?
I shaped my domain to be the perfect trial space, based on Shalador's Labyrinthian. It will finally prove you are the one I have awaited. Showcase what you have learned in your journey to master scribing. We start here, in the Luminary Antechamber.
What is the challenge here?
Ulfsild named us luminaries, magical lights in the darkness. This puzzle asks you to set braziers ablaze in honor of that name. Just think back to your time with the dragon. You know everything you need to complete this puzzle. Good luck.
I'll get started then.
This is amazing. The Labyrinthium, the real one anyway, was built by Shalador to test potential archmages. And now here we are.
The crow said we need to solve a puzzle to move ahead. Something with the braziers.
I overheard. And she mentioned the dragon. Do you think it's another riddle? Magnus, I hope so.
I hope not.
I bet this is an opportunity for you to use Ulfsild's lens to get things started.
I'll look around.
I'm here to help, my friend. Just talk to me if you need a quick way to put out the flames and start again. I've got a spell for that. Here we go.
Right, let's get into it. So, the dragon puzzles were pretty difficult. Really not looking forward to this, but maybe this one's easier. Where's the other braziers? It looks like they're all on. Okay, so there's some wards.
Ah, that might be the riddle to solve this.
What? How is that the riddle?
More of many tentacles.
Riddle of the luminary fires. Okay. In the dark of night, the light grows bright as fire spreads from brazier to brazier. Beacons of magical light, magical might, the luminaries all have wings. In the dark of night, the light grows bright from the luminary with feathers and no wings. Some have scales, some have tails. The luminaries all have wings. In the dark of night, the light grows bright from the luminary with feathers and full wings. Raise the gate, don't be late. The luminaries all have wings. Okay, so... with feathers and no wings. With feathers and full wings. Then raise the gate. Feathers and no wings. Feathers and full wings. Raise the gate. Flame of the Indrik. Okay, does an Indrik have no wings? Or does an Indrik have full wings? Well, I don't know what that one is. So, here, let's just see what happens.
Use your power responsibly.
Okay, I'll use my power responsibly.
Seems a waste of time.
Flame of the Netch. Okay, a Netch has no wings and no feathers, so I don't think that that is right. I need the one with feathers and no wings.
Hang on. I think I figured it out. Let me know if you want any help.
What can we learn today?
Yeah, I want help, Nalia.
Let me reread that quick. Right, spreads from brazier to brazier. Lighting one can ignite or extinguish others in the circle. Guess that could mean a lot of trial and error.
Yeah. Can you use your spell to put out the braziers?
Consider it done. The flames are gone. We're reset.
Okay, now how do we solve this?
Let me reread that quick.
Can you help me solve
Right,
the riddle
spreads
itself?
from brazier. You know I love riddles. It sounds like you need to manipulate the fire so that only 2 braziers are lit. Each brazier is named for a luminary. Feathers but no wings. That has to be the Indrik. But 2 of them have feathers and wings both.
So which other brazier do I need to light up?
Maybe... Oh, I get it! The room is arranged like the Scalarium, but the gate is at the crow's door, and the west brazier is the altar. It has to be the Indrik and the Griffin. Light the northwest and southeast braziers.
Okay, I'll try it.
Do you need my help with something?
Alright, so Indrik and Griffin. There's Griffin. We're not doing Netch. Because the Netch has no wings or feathers. Here's the Indrik. the griffin? Nope, that's the Natch. Griffin, here we go.
Act with
The gate
justice.
just went up. You did it!
The gate just went up? Where? Over there. Okay.
Beautiful. But I'd bet that's a quick trip down.
Hello, friends. You're not meant to go straight down. That's why I'm here.
Okay, tell me what's going on, Fox.
It's you! Hi, it's me. When the Griffin told me you'd entered the Crow's Wing, I knew you needed me. After all, Ulfsild told me you would. I'm supposed to help you get past this next bit.
Ulfsild told you to help me?
Yes, see? Just like your knight said, we're pretty high up in the air. The way forward is on the far side of this maze chasm thing. The path to get there is very narrow, and invisible, and mostly marked by scent. But that's why I'm here.
Okay, how are you going to help me find the path?
There are a couple of wards along the way. You reveal and break them, and I can dig to reveal the path. Easy. Remember, we have to move quick. And, don't look down.
Let's get going then.
I can sniff out the path as you break the wards. Dig. Here's a focal point to start you off. Watch your step. Follow close and go quick. This is so fun!
Fox? Hello? Oh, there's another one.
Nice! We should be able to make it to the next platform.
Thank Magnus, solid ground. Are we done?
We're done with the first half. Get ready for part 2! Off we go! Keep up, and eyes out for those wards! We're doing great! Keep it up! Sorry, friends, we're almost there. Almost done. Oh, we made it! We were so high up. That was so much fun. You did great. This is where I leave you. I know you can do it. Good luck.
Oh, I didn't mean to kill the rabbit. Sorry. It's sweet spot. Ooh. Wow, I didn't expect that. How do I get there? I have to go in the maze, I think. I almost used my ultimate there, and then I decided against it.
How invigorating!
I don't know where I'm going, but I hope I'm going the right way. Okay, looks like I'm getting to the center of the maze now.
Some of those unstable orbs again, blocking our path. You see a focal point? I bet that's the key. Is that ward sustaining the orbs? That did it! Keep an eye out. Could be anything in here.
Okay, so I think if I go left... Wait, is that gonna work? I'm gonna try it.
Adventurer, welcome to the end. You've overcome innumerable challenges, and you stand poised to fulfill the legacy left behind by Ulfsild all those years ago. You are the inheritor of the Scalarium.
Alright, thank you, Crow. What else is left to do to complete your trial?
You've collected grimoires, scoured the world for scripts, and scribed powerful spells and skills. You have power, Inheritor, and I want to see you demonstrate it.
How do I do that?
No matter how clever or compassionate we are, we must fight for what we believe in. Gather your feathers, use what you've learned on your journey, and defeat the beast of the maze. Good luck.
We'll see it done.
Rise, Aut-Area!
A fight, is it? This I can do.
Prove your worth.
Oh, watch out! Can you see a focal point? The orbs have to be conjured from a wall. Great work!
Prove yourself, Inheritor.
Heads up, we've got some orbs. Quick, Chimerathon, can you get to a focal point? Find the ward, dispel it.
Alright, where's the wards?
That's it.
The ultimate test.
Fancy footwork now. Don't get hit.
A marvelous display of power. Precisely what I wished to see. Aut-Herioth could meet no more fitting end. Inheritor,
You've come all this way on the wings of fables. Let me tell you one final story. In the last days of the Scalarium, Ulfsild's heart was filled with sorrow.
She said as much in her final echoes.
Ulfsild gave up so much to develop the art of scribing. The Scalarium was her home, and the luminaries were her family. On the precipice of losing everything, she spread her wings and soared. She enacted a rite, the ultimate act of scribing.
What did the rite do?
She gathered every scrap of evidence she found during her time with the luminaries, and created one of her own. A wellspring of magic, the heart of the Scalarium, was expended through the scribing altar, and I was born.
Ulfsild created you?
The scribing rite flashed the Archmage's mind upon the gathered power, and so I am her from that moment. I went from woman to crow, and had precious little time to speak with myself before the Scalarium was torn away.
That's incredible.
I am the crow, a piece of Ulfsild left behind to see scribing passed to you, to the world.
The luminaries. Look!
She wisely used her power to ensure her legacy.
Ulfsild's keen mind ensured you could follow in her footsteps.
She was a fierce protector, defiant for what she cared about most.
Her compassion lifted everyone around her, just as it lifted you.
I am the shadow of a singular person, a being born in sorrow, but filled with hope. I have soared on the winds of magic for centuries to be here with you today, Inheritor. I was Ulfsild, it's true, but after all these years, I much prefer my feathers. Only two things remain. Who will tend to the Scalarium, and the location of the final sigil, the last bit of power needed to amplify the altar.
What do you mean by tend to the Scalarium?
I have watched you and Nalia as you have struggled through the trials. Life is a maze. Legacies are a blessing, and the burdens of both should not be endured alone. You are a master of scribing, but I can already sense other adventures await you.
That does tend to happen to me.
Indeed. Nalia, Knight of the Lamp. Do not shirk from my gaze. You have proven yourself, side by side, through challenges of the mind and heart. I would have you take up the mantle of the Scalarium's librarian, its master.
I'll talk to her about it.
Excellent. Then that just leaves my sigil. Ulfsild's sigil. After she completed the rite and left me to safeguard the Scalarium, she took that symbol with her. I sense its final resting place, along the water's edge in the hold of Eastmarch.
Understood. Nalia and I will seek it out.
Hang on. Me? Tend to the Scalarium? What will I tell the Rotary Commander? In the meantime, let me get that portal to Eastmarch going.
You'll do just fine, Knight. I will await both of you back at the altar.
Back in Eastmarch. It's a really fun zone.
I don't see a sigil, but she did leave us an echo. It's Ulfsild, but she looks older, happier.
It's been years since my time in the Scalarium, but I realized I never left a final message behind. As my life draws to an end, I've left a few things unsaid.
Ulfsild the Evergreen.
I'm certain history won't carry on my name. I never sought recognition. I created scribing to understand magic better, to understand myself better. But of course, my journey did not end when I left the Scholarium. The ritual to create a luminary took an enormous toll. It took years to recover, and Shaladov was long gone by that point. It was a dark time, but it wasn't the end of my story. Dark chapters are just that. Moments in time. Downturns in the tale.
I see.
Things got better. I found new purpose, students eager to learn, new partners in research, and new partners in life. When I was a young woman, I was obsessed with the Scholarium, with the power of the luminaries.
Right.
As I cast this echo, surprised how easily the magic came back to me. I have much to be grateful for. I'm a respected hedge wizard in Skyrim. They know me only as a compassionate, wise teacher. Which brings me back to you. I know you didn't walk this path alone. I made sure of it. I hope it was worth it. Take from this place the sigil of the Crow, and know that Ulfsild the Evergreen never forgot her magical friends.
Thanks, Ulfsild.
My days will end soon, I think, but they end happy. With me at my little desk, in my little home, scratching away in some journals. My fable, my story, ends where it began. Now go, and scribe your own.
Sigil of the Crow.
We will. I promise.
A sigil representing Ulfsild's commitment to the Scholarium and the altar.
Ulfsild gave up so much when she left the Scholarium behind. It sounds like she found her own path in the end. Makes me feel better about all of this.
All of what?
Well, the Crow wants me to be the master of the Scholarium. She wants me to step into Ulfsild's boots. It's a bit overwhelming. Those are some big boots. But knowing how much Ulfsild dealt with, all she went through and struggled.
You want to try and live up to what she did?
You said it. Scribing, the Scholarium, it was her life's work. If I can help keep it going, maybe even bring it to others through the guild. I can think about that later. Let's get the sigil back to the altar. Finish what we started.
Right, let's head back.
One last portal for you, my friend. Ulfsild left behind the sigil. Your sigil. She had a long, happy life after the Scholarium, Crow.
I'm relieved to hear it. The altar is yours, Inheritor.
Does this mean we'll be moving on? Not that I don't love the smell of old tongue dust.
That's up to my colleague here. Nalia, what's your plan?
I think I'm going to stay on here. See what happens if we open the Scholarium to the world. You know what? I think maybe, just maybe, my parents might be impressed with me next time I go home to visit.
Are you going to become the Scholarium's librarian like the Crow wanted?
I'm going to start by convincing the Votary Commander to keep me assigned here. Scribing is a lost art form because Ulfsild worked alone and in secret. If we open the doors of the library to the guild...
You think the guild will take to scribing?
If there's one thing about the adepts of the Mages Guild, they love an intellectual puzzle. Maybe someday, there might be an altar like this one in every guild hall across Tamriel. But that's for tomorrow. Today, we owe you an enormous thanks.
It was quite the journey, Nalia.
The altar is completely restored. Every wing of the Scholarium is open and humming with power. And it's all thanks to you. Together, you and I returned scribing, returned Ulfsild's legacy to the world. I can't wait to see what you make of it.
Alright, we got barrier, turquoise blue. Applies to barrier, reviving barrier, and replenishing barrier. I don't know what that is. Grimoire Soul Burst. Unleash a powerful burst of soul magic around you. Okay. True sight viewing. The mystical art of scribing requires a certain way of viewing the world. Thankfully, you possess the tool and the talent to see things as they truly are. Obtained by completing the final quest in the scribing questline. Okay, True Sight gives us the True Sight emote.
Crow, how would you feel about us opening our doors to the guild?
How esteemed.
Letting the world appreciate Ulfsild's legacy firsthand.
I believe Ulfsild the Evergreen would have loved that.
I don't have the right skill for it. I wonder what skill line it is. Must be a weapon that I don't use or something. Okay, so let's see this new emote. This should be cool. Alright, cool. Anything new here? We already had Elemental Explosion. We already had Wield Soul. Okay. Alright, we're done with the scribing quest. It was really long and kind of tedious, but it did have kind of a nice ending. In the next episode, we will... Let's see, what should we do? Go here, go to find Big Erm? Or maybe do the public dungeon? I think I want to explore some. Do a little more exploring before we do the epilogue quest chain. So I'm not sure exactly where we're going to go, but we'll go somewhere new next episode. Thanks for watching. See you next time.